you guys can hear me, can you guys let me know? I actually went live on my cell phone, so let's see if we can get through this shit. Um, it is just a pain in my ass at this point. So if we do accidentally go off again, I am probably not going to be, we'll just try it again tomorrow or something. But I'm trying to get through this as quickly as I can. So if you guys can let me know if you can hear me, that would be great. You can hear me? Oh my goodness. So it's not. You guys can hear me? Maybe if I get my earphones. Let me see. Give me a second. Have. All right, so give me 1 second. All right, can you guys hear me better now? You can hear me better now. Awesome. All right, so where was I? A lot better now. Awesome. Okay. So, like I was saying, Leo, old love, old flame, they're definitely dealing with a lot of their karmic debts, a lot of the shit, the fuckery that they were doing. That is definitely something that they may be currently experiencing or have been experiencing for a while. And that's what's going to push them or propel them to want to reach out, to want to communicate with you. Let's see. What is their future actions towards Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? You guys, I'm so sorry. You guys are like awesome for coming back. I'm not a fucking quitter. And I know that a lot of you guys are still waiting for your messages. So that's the reason why I keep coming back. But I promise you guys, I will find the time tomorrow to come back and go live and try to do another reading, another love reading for you guys. Just to make up for tonight because it's just been crazy and we keep I had to go on my cell phone. All right, future actions towards Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, old love. Ingrid, thank you for coming back. Of course, sweetheart. You guys don't forget to like, share my videos, subscribe to my channel, piss off YouTube. I honestly think that I have been or continuously keep being shadow banned. I think it's because of what I teach you guys on here. It's not just about spells, it's about actually teaching you guys. And I think that's what it is. But anyways, we're going to keep pushing forward. Here we go, Leo. Future actions towards Leo. We have the Hierophant. So I definitely do see them reaching out. I see them coming back around, trying to make up or trying to offer you some type of commitment. Especially those of you guys that in the past there was a lot of instability for some of you guys. You could have been dealing with a partner that is very unstable emotionally. This is a person that likes to be on the go, perhaps has difficulty with any type of commitment or committal issues. But I definitely do see them coming back around trying to offer you some type of stability or some type of consistency here is what I'm sensing. What is the oracle message here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in regards to their situation? What is the love oracle message here for Leo? I feel the reason why they're coming back around, Leo, if you want me to be honest, is because the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Like things didn't go or turn out the way they hoped they would. And that's the reason why they're kind of like wanting to come back and either do right for you or wanting to revisit or rekindle that connection. Unfortunately, because the Justice card is right at the center, it indicates to me if given the opportunity of taking them back, you're kind of getting in the way of them dealing or learning from their karma. It's just a message that I wanted to communicate with you guys. We are in Leo. All right, here we go. Oracle message for Leo. Love is coming. So yeah, I definitely sense that they're coming back around. I sense that they will be messaging you or communicating with you, trying to reconnect. But again, like I said, I feel like if they do reach out to you, Leo, don't be quick to jump into it. Let them learn their lesson. Sometimes us forgiving people, believe it or not, sometimes us forgiving people, we kind of get in the way of the people, of their karma, of their cycle that they have to learn or experience. Oftentimes, people, are quick to forgive, and you don't really necessarily let them learn what they're supposed to learn, and therefore makes them think that they can, do that again and not have any consequences of it. Hey girl, off topics. Did you finish your tarot card class you were teaching on your channel? Fabulous Josie, no, sweetheart. We've been way behind on that. I think the next lesson was Sagittarius, so I definitely have those videos that are going to be going up. Like I said, if I don't upload those, the Tarot Lessons 101, if I don't upload them on Sunday, I will start to upload them sometime during the week. It's just that right now we are extremely busy with spell work as well as consultations throughout the day, especially a lot of house or home cleansings. And usually it keeps me at a different area depending on where the client is. So that's what we've been working on a lot lately, and that's why it's been a little bit difficult. But I will be going back to that, just so you know. Okay, so here we go. Let me see. Where are we? We are finishing up with Leo. Okay, here we go. Last message for Leo. You have number 16. So this is talking to me about clarity. This is about spirituality. This is also talking about values and the perfection or being able to see potential. Again, we go back to that of the message that I was saying. Try the best you can not to be very quick into jumping or forgiving because you don't want to not allow them to learn their lesson, Leo. I feel like for some of you guys, I don't need to tell you this. But for those that do, I think you take it easy on that. Let them earn your trust or let them prove to you what they need to, okay? All right, my lovelies. Now let's go to Virgo. Okay. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see the cards. Well, hopefully you can. Wonderful, no worries. I thought I missed them. Take your time. Oh, no, sweetheart. I will be going back to that. So I'll probably post the Sagittarius one sometime this week. And we'll continue every Sunday. Like I said, if there is not a video that goes up on Sunday for the Tarot 101, I will definitely upload it sometime during the week, okay? Okay, so now let's go to Virgo. Let's see what's going on with Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm over here about to spill this. Okay, you guys let me know if you guys can still hear me. I don't want to be talking and it freezing again. All right, let's go. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. New love. Speak to us about new love. How do they see Virgo? How do they see Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Anger, thank you, sweetheart. All right, how do they see Virgo? Here we go. Nine of Cups. So they're definitely seeing you as, you know, all their wishes or their dreams coming true. For some of you guys, you both have been wishing each other. Okay, let's see. How do they feel about Virgo? How do they feel about Virgo? How do they feel about Virgo? Six of Swords. So I see there was, for some of you guys, there could have been some type of situation where there was a, I don't want to be quick to jump into this, but that's what I'm sensing, almost like a misunderstanding. And it could have been you that created some type of distance here, Virgo. For some of you guys, it could have been that the connection perhaps was a bit something you're not accustomed to. And this is your defensive mechanism coming in or kicking in. What are their future actions? What are their future actions towards Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? They're definitely wanting to push forward, Virgo, but what I'm hearing is it's important for you to open up a little bit more. I don't necessarily ever encourage anyone to like put all your cards on the table, right? But they are definitely telling you to be a little bit less guarded, Virgo, because when we are extremely guarded, we are vibrating from a place of fear. And when you vibrate from a place of fear, what you're doing is you're kind of giving more power to that which on a subconscious level you fear when it comes to a relationship. For some of you guys, you have the fear that things are not going to come out the way you would hope or the way you would want. For others of you, you have this misconception of every time something is going good, oftentimes it kind of feels like it falls apart. So this is you on a subconscious level almost expecting the worst. So what they're telling you is you need to work on your way of thinking, Virgo. Just because you've experienced something on multiple occasions or often doesn't necessarily mean that that's what your future is going to be. You need to let go of that fear and tell yourself or speak to yourself and let yourself know that you are worthy, that you deserve whatever it is that you're expecting or wanting from a relationship, and that it's okay to experience that. Okay, what is their future actions towards Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What is their actions towards them? Oh, give me 1 second, you guys. We have the Eight of Wands, so there is definitely communication that is going to be unfolding for you guys. Them communicating or expressing what they're feeling or what they're wanting from the relationship, from the connection. So it's almost like passion may be on the horizon as well. If this is a person that you haven't been physical with, hold off a little bit, Virgo. Make them earn that. Okay, what is the oracle message here for Virgo? Oracle love message for Virgo. Okay, we're going to take that one. Gate closed. So again, it's the walls, basically, that's initially what I picked up on, especially because the Nine of Cups is always emotional fulfillment. It indicates the desire, the want, being manifested or experienced. But there's resistance. And the reason there's resistance is gate closed usually indicates it's not the right time. But I see this card more to do with you being guarded because you can see the walls in the background. It indicates, building a wall so high that you expect people to kind of break through it, but you're not really assisting them or helping them. You continuously keep building brick on brick so that it continuously keeps going up. So again, make yourself a little bit more like, it's okay to experience good things in your life, Virgo. Life doesn't have to always be hard. And even in the process of not trusting or feeling like you cannot trust because you're afraid to be hurt, often keeping that gate so high and often keeping people away from you or at a distance from you is actually more hurtful. So what is the final message here for Virgo? New love. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, we have number 26. Secrets. This is an indication of, again, like I said, being guarded. Secrets, hidden emotions or hidden feelings, or pretending to hide, hiding the feelings that you have, or the strength of the connection that you feel, almost like I said, being guarded or overly guarded. The advice that I can tell you at this point in time, Virgo, is to make yourself a little bit more available. And like I said, give yourself the opportunity to be happy. Give yourself the opportunity to connect or allow people to get close to you. All right, we're going to go now with Virgo, old love. Let's see what's going on with them. Virgo, old love, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, can you guys let me know if you guys can hear me? You guys are awfully quiet here. All righty, let's see. Old love, how do they feel about Virgo? How do they feel about Virgo? Awesome. All right, how do they feel about Virgo? Old love. We have the Seven of Swords. So they are hiding their emotions, maybe becoming very standoffish, or obviously for some of you guys, communication is not there. But I feel like it has more to do with them hiding or trying to protect their emotions. And if you are in fact dealing with them and they act a little bit weird or a little bit different, like a little bit more on the defensive side, or maybe even mean, or having like a mean streak, I feel that it has more to do with their emotions and the fear of showing that they still have emotions for you. Why do they feel this way? Why do they feel this way? Why do they feel the Seven of Swords here? Okay, let's see. Yeah, girl, I can hear you. Still good. We scared. Oh my goodness. Fear is a powerful thing, and you should never be fearful of anything. Of anything. It's kind of like what I teach you guys when it comes to manifestation or when it comes to spells, The more you fear something, the more you're giving it power. Yeah, it's frustrating in the process, but learn to take life sometimes as a joke. There's a reason for everything. The people that, didn't come back and they maybe these messages were not for them. So again, don't never be scared. If anything, you should know about life is that the things worth fighting for, the things worth experiencing never come easy, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be this difficult. But if there's some type of resistance in your path or in your road, it means that sometimes, more often than not, you're on the right path. So that's a way of looking at things. Always take your power and take your power back by knowing that you're always in control. And it has a lot to do with how you react to certain circumstances and situations. I know I'm going all deep on you guys, even though I'm just talking about the damn video going freezing. Oh my goodness. Damn right. Just keeps quiet until she's done. All right, here we go. Why do they feel this way about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? All right, we have the Three of Cups here. Okay, so somebody was into some type of fuckery. I feel like they cannot trust you, or like they cannot reveal their emotions and feelings towards you, Virgo, because you probably caught them being or doing some type of fuckery. That could have been the reason why there was a separation or a breakup. This is a person that perhaps is, it's kind of like the energy that I'm sensing. I'm going to be straightforward. The energy I'm sensing, whether it's a female or a male, it doesn't matter. It's almost like the type of energy of a player type of energy. And oftentimes players are revered as like they can get anyone they want, or, there's something about them that, what it really is, it comes down to them being hurt or broken or insecure about something that they feel they cannot maintain a specific relationship. And oftentimes it has a lot to do with the fact that they're not emotionally available. If it's a masculine, it's usually mother figure issues. If it's a female energy, it's usually father figures issues. What I'm sensing here is that this person sees you as sneaky, but it's almost like deceitful. But the reason why they see you this way, it's not so much that they see you, it has more to do with them judging you, because one judges by what we are. So for some of you guys, it could be that this is a person that even in your relationship, no matter how loyal you were to them, often criticized or judged you for like being a cheater or being with someone else. But the reason why they would do that was in a way to mentally abuse you, to make you feel like they don't trust you. So you always have to feel like you have to prove something to them. And in that proving, you're so wrapped up in trying to prove yourself or your worthiness to them that they feel like they can walk all over you or mistreat you or be some type of fuck boy or fuck girl type of energy. And in doing that, it's almost like you won't see their flaws because they've convinced you that you have to prove or often prove yourself to them. I hope that makes sense. So what I'm sensing is even now, if they reach out to you or communicate and they're like, oh, who are you dating now? Or who are you being with? Or like still trying to nitpick at how they were judging you then, just know and understand that's their way of trying to mentally manipulate you. I can't stand that type of energy. Show me their future actions. What is their future actions towards Virgo? Future actions towards Virgo. We have the Strength card. So yeah, they're definitely going to be hitting you up. They're definitely going to want to reach out to you again with that, bullshit type of energy. And I feel like you're more inclined to them come back or reach out to you because it's comforting to you and you may be tempted. But I feel that all they're really looking for is to physically have you. I don't see that there is any honesty behind them, honestly, or any type of wanting to rebuild or anything like that. It has more to do with the fact that they feel like perhaps you are, like they know you. They know that you will, make yourself available to them. Strength card to me is like lust, especially with the Three of Wands. It's like just wanting a one-night stand type of thing. So do not fall for that, Virgo. What is the love oracle message here for Virgo in regards to this situation? Oh, look at this, you guys. The card that flew out. Addictions. So for some of you guys, you're dealing with an ex-partner that had some type of addiction. It could be sex addict. It could be alcoholism. It could be drugs. I feel like the reason why, if they are dealing with this type of energy, it has more to do with, in a way, as a form of escapism. Oftentimes when we are very unhealed, we try to numb, right? We're trying to numb something. And when we fall into drugs or alcoholism or anything like that, it's a form of escapism so that we don't have to deal or even feel, for some having to deal with that type of pain, whatever it is that they've gone through or that they've experienced in the past. But I feel like this person is definitely not in the right mind. Give me the final message here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Yep. We have number 35 right here. So this is about having to, it's almost like a codependency energy that I'm sensing here. This has more to do with putting in the effort, putting in the work, the energy. But I feel like this is what they need to do. And I feel like they're refusing to do that. So if you do hear from an ex or they're trying to come back into your life, just know that they're not wanting, whatever they tell you, they're not wanting anything serious. They're just wanting to attain you, have your physical body, a one night stand type of thing, but they haven't put in the effort or the work on healing or help or wanting to heal themselves. Therefore, they cannot give you a healthier or better version of themselves. Okay? All right, my lovelies. Now let's move on. Let's see. All right. Now let's go to Libra. Here we go. Hopefully change of thought process is in the future for all of us, letting fear hold us back. Absolutely, Norma. That is something that we have to put effort and energy towards, and it doesn't happen overnight. But as long as you don't give up on yourself, which you should never give up on yourself, right? We're ready to go to war for people, for the people we love. We're ready to never give up, never surrender, regardless of how shitty sometimes people treat you. You should be that much committed to yourself and the betterment of yourself. So yeah, definitely never give up. All right, here we go. Let's see what's going on with Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, new love. Let's look into the new love. How do they see Libra? How do they see Libra? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How do they see you? Okay, here we go. We have the Hanged Man. So, not necessarily liking that vibe. Let me pull out another card. How do they feel about Libra? New love. How do they feel about Libra? How do they feel about Libra? 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So I wanted to get clarity before we jumped into it. Hanged Man is not necessarily, an amazing way for them to see you. But with the 10 of Pentacles, how they feel, they definitely feel like you are or worth pursuing. Like they're willing to put in the effort. I feel like for some of you guys, there was maybe a rocky start. Maybe you're still dealing with some type of rocky stance in this connection. I feel like for some of you guys, it could be that timing is just off right now. They're definitely getting or aligning themselves to more of what you're wanting and being able to be a reflection of that within themselves. So what I mean by that is there was definitely a switcheroo that happened. They could have initially perceived you as something very different than what you are. They could have thought perhaps their perception of you was very different than what they've turned out to realize. It's almost like them seeing you in a very different light. And now knowing or even seeing you in that light, it's almost like an understanding that something can actually come from this. So I'm not sure what the first impression you gave them, Libra. Usually it could be like, as an example, I usually see this when it's something like, as an example, when it starts off as something casual and they just seen it as like, that's what it is. But then people start to get feelings or they start to see you as like girlfriend material or boyfriend material. Something happens, right? And that dynamic, that it shifts that dynamic. So I feel like for some of you guys, it could have started off in a rocky sense. It could have been that perhaps they seen you as challenging. For others of you, it could have been that they seen you as a doormat. you know, someone that could be not necessarily easily pushed around, but more like manipulated in some way. And there was a shift. There was something that happened within you, Libra, that you started to be a little bit more guarded, and you started to like not really give a shit about speaking your mind. And that like quickly changed. So it's almost like seeing you in, like I said, in a different light, seeing like there is, you know, worth pursuing. Let's see what their future actions are towards you. Future actions towards Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see. Future actions towards Libra. We have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is, it usually indicates like walking away from something. But I feel like for a lot of you Libras out there, if you're dealing with someone new, I feel like there's someone in the background. So this could be dealing with an ex. This could be dealing with an ex-lover, an ex-partner, someone that is still in your energy, even though you may be dealing with someone new. If that is the case, what they're telling you here is don't jeopardize this new connection for something that hasn't worked out or hasn't panned out for you. Especially if, as an example, if you've been working with this other person or the past lover for a while, a year, 2 years, and you don't see no changes there, it's not going to change. It's time for you to embrace this new connection. It's time for you to, it's okay for you to want something stable, Libra, even if it means that it's not coming from the person that you hoped for or that you wished for. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm sensing like there is two distinct energies around you. And I feel like one is having to do with something that didn't work out in the past. So this could be like, you know, dealing with someone new or messing around with someone new, but yet you're still calling your ex or you're still answering their calls or that type of energy. And what they're telling you is like, don't feel bad that you're looking to see options or entertaining options when you're not even in a relationship with your ex. Do you see what I'm saying? It's almost like feeling kind of guilty because you're wanting to build something solid, but what's in the past hasn't worked out. So it's like you're wanting to get out of that cycle, but at the same time, you're scared of completely letting them go because what if this new person, it doesn't work out? What Spirit is telling you is just stop settling. Don't hold on to the past just because you feel like you can't move on from that. The reason why you can't move on from that is because you haven't let go of the past. Do you see what I'm saying? In order for you to go into a relationship or start something new, you cannot fully be present in that if you're still reliving the past or hoping or holding on to the past. So I feel like it's also kind of, you know, in a way kind of meshed together, or it's affecting your energy because I'm seeing two people around you. And I feel like one of those people is someone from the past that is holding you back. And it's almost like feeling regretful or feeling like bad because you feel like you don't want to give up is what I'm hearing. But ultimately, it's not giving up if you've put a lot of effort into it and they just haven't reciprocated. It's okay to walk away from what's not serving you, and it's okay to keep it pushing and find your happiness because that's all that matters at the end of the day. And if that person hasn't given you that, like, it's not your fault in essence. They just didn't reciprocate that. Perhaps their energy wasn't ready, but you have every right to find your happiness. That's the energy that I'm sensing here. All right, let's see. Take them for granted, then we put our foot down. Yep, it usually happens that way, right? People get comfortable. People think that they know you just because you were a certain type of way with them, right? And they assume that you're never going to change. And the moment they realize that you start having more self-love for yourself, or you stop putting your foot down, or you stop allowing them to, you know, lie or deceive or push you around, and you start to raise your, you know, what you expect from your partner, then that's when it's like, oh shit, what happened? Like, you're not the same. That's what you hear all the time, right? When they're like, you're acting different. Yeah, no shit, motherfucker. You pushed me, the past two buses that passed by, you threw me under the bus and you still expect me to be the same. Like, people change and we change based on experience. Obviously, if they're telling you you changed and they were not a good experience, obviously you had to change because you had to protect yourself, right? All right. What is the love oracle message here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? And we have proposal. So that's the exact energy I'm sensing here with the Ten of Pentacles. It's like you want, okay, so for you Libras out there that are wanting commitment, that are wanting something long-term, something stable, what they're telling you here is, again, with the Hanged Man, it's always about sacrifice or feeling like you have to sacrifice yourself. And it shouldn't be that difficult. And if you've been fighting and trying the best you can to hold on to a relationship the past 5 years and nothing has changed, it's not that you're giving up. It's that you're done. You're done not receiving the same reciprocation of energy, the same effort, it's not that you're quitting. It's that you deserve better and it's okay to deserve better. And what they're telling you is you have commitment, you have, something stable that's coming in for you. But in order for you to be able to fully receive that, you need to stop looking at the past. It's almost like you can't walk forward and expect not to trip if you keep looking to the past, if you keep looking to the back. Like, you're not going backwards, you're going forward. I know that's easier said than done, but take it for what it is and understand that if what you want is stability and, commitment, it is there for you. But you need to stop expecting that from the person that has been holding you down or keeping you down. All right, what is the final message here? I'm having a child in a body of a man. Dealing with the child in the body of a man. Yeah, it's kind of like when people say, when they speak about their guy, they say, man, my man. Just because he's masculine energy doesn't mean he's a man. A man is, in all the extension of a word, the masculine energy, the divine masculine energy. All right, what is the final message here? We have here number 12, and this is indicative of everything that has to do with sorrow, with everyday worries, with turbulation, with, you guys, I cannot tell you this enough. We allow people to treat us how we feel about ourselves. And we teach people how we want to be treated by the type of shit you let slide. If you're still dealing with, and this is, again, we're talking about new love here. We haven't even gotten into old love. This is new love. And if your new love or your romance or romantic aspect in your life feels like it's being tainted or like it's being affected because of a person from the past, it's time you release that and stop sacrificing or feeling like you have to sacrifice your happiness because you don't want to give up on this person. A lot of the time, change is always good, even if your significant other doesn't like it. Works both ways, man and woman. Absolutely. 100%. And that's the thing, that oftentimes people stay in relationships longer than they should because there is always a feeling of wanting to nurture or understand the person that is most difficult to deal with. So in every relationship, there is someone that gives more in a relationship than the other person. And oftentimes when we hold on longer than we should, the reason why is because you feel like you don't want to give up on them. And if you feel that way, 90% of the time is because whatever they've done to you, they've always made you feel like you deserved it, or like it was something you did that pushed them to do that type of action. And there is no higher form of manipulation than exactly that. A person that does their fuckery, but is quick to make it seem or flip it around to make you feel like you're the one that did something wrong. When in reality, it's just them, right? And the decisions they made and the not giving a shit about how they made you feel. So again, sometimes, when it comes to anything in life, at the end of the day, it's sink or swim. And when it comes to relationships, think of it that way. If the person is not helping you fucking float or get to a boat, then the person doesn't care. And if they don't care, they're going to help you sink. And when it comes to that point, always choose yourself, because that means that the person either doesn't genuinely love you or doesn't genuinely care enough that they don't worry or have no worry about your well-being. And a person that loves you unconditionally can never not want what's best for you, even if they're not what's best for you. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's get into it with Libra past love. I feel like we were talking about their past love here too, but let's get into it. Let's see. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How do they feel about Libra? How do they feel about Libra? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, old love. How do they feel about you? All right, we have the Tower. So there was major transformation, a major upheaval, something that recently could have happened or could have completely changed their perception of you or what they thought of you. I feel like this is very tied to the new love. So for a lot of you guys, you could be dealing with a new person while still having that ex energy in your energy or still dealing with them. And that could be the reason why. But there is something here that needed to be broken, something that needed to happen. It was like a catalyst to catapult you to the path that you should be walking on. Why do they feel this way? Why do they feel this way? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. They put that guilt trip on you. Yep, absolutely. Or when they promise to change after they fuck up over and over, but they never change. So we hold on to maybe they will change this time. Then the cycle repeats. Yeah. And I see that all the time, you guys. I see that all the time. And like I said, think of it this way, right? The person you love and the person that you hold on to or that you're trying to work out, if they treat you a certain way, ask yourself, would I be able to treat them that way? Would I be able to do what they do to me? Would I be like them? And if the answer is no, the reason why is because you're the one that is accepting them, perhaps even, loving them unconditionally. And in that, it is letting you know, right? Because you're still not willing to walk away from someone that's hurting you or treating you like shit. And if you were them, would you do what they do to you? If the answer to that is no, it means that that's what love is. Your type of love. Unfortunately, how they treat you, that's not love. Because if it was, you would be able to do the same treatment that they give you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, pull all that energy and all that love into yourself. And I know, like I said, nothing in life that is worth holding on to or worth putting effort towards or attaining, nothing in life is going to be that easy, right? When it comes especially to matters of the heart. But if you put in that love to yourself and you make it a habit of treating yourself well and not allowing people to disrespect you, not allowing, people to mistreat you, to learning to say no, because oftentimes people that are givers have issues to saying no. And this is in every aspect. This is with family, with friends, they have an issue saying no. And when you teach yourself to learn to speak up and to not hold on to things, to say it how it is, to say what you mean, like there is a different type of, dynamic that starts to happen in your life where people start to know not only are you not the type to mess with, like you're not the type to deal with disrespect, but they also start to understand or to experience that you have self-love. And in that self-love, I guarantee you, the less fuck boy, fuck girl energy you start to deal with, the less and less. I assure you guys that. All right. Why do they feel that way about Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, old love. Why do they feel that way? The Hermit. Oh, sorry. The Hierophant. So there was a major shift, a major change here that happened. The understanding, right, that something higher, we're talking about like two major arcanas that we have here. So this is something that the universe, this is something that Spirit knew they had to do to give you that shakeup, to give you that awakening, the understanding, the finding the voice within yourself to understand like this is not going anywhere. And in that process, it also made them feel like they're not as easily able to manipulate you anymore, or like the illusion of what they were. It's kind of like they sold you a story. They sold you a story, or they made it seem like, they created this fantasy of I'm amazing and I'm gonna love you forever and ever. And in that loving you forever and ever, they mistreat you, but they also are quick to tell you like they would do anything for you, but like their actions don't match. I feel like you were able to break through that illusion. And now you're understanding it on a deeper level, and that's what they're scared of. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I feel this is like narcissist type of energy here that you guys may be dealing with. Let's see. What is the future actions towards Libra? Future actions towards Libra. There we go. We have the Two of Wands. So yeah, the communication's still going to be there. I feel like this is a person that is not willing to take self-responsibility for their actions, and they're very quick to blame circumstance. As an example, oh, my father mistreated me, or my mom was never around, or, I have this issue with, not being stable, or I go from one job to another because they don't like me, because they're always hating on me. But in reality, it's because they're a shitty person and they don't want to change. That's what it is. Like, there's no way around it. Damn, Pinky, you nailed it. No one likes that down feeling. Consuming for the other person that's trying to fix things. Yep. And, sometimes, like I tell my clients, at the end of the day, when you're dealing with a person that is a manipulator or that is used to manipulating certain situations, it is very important to give them an ultimatum and to own it. So what I mean by that is, don't sit there and say, one of these days I'm going to be done with your shit, and then 4 years pass by and you're still dealing with your shit. Because from that moment forward, they're not going to take you seriously. Meaning they know you're always going to be there. And it's always going to be like under their circumstances or their decision. So again, the moment you decide like this is it, and if you don't get your shit together, like I'm done and I'm walking, own it. Mean it. And if they don't be done with their shit or their fuckery, then walk away from that. And if they didn't or weren't willing to change, then that just means that they're giving you the green light. It's like, take it as a sign of the universe. Take it as that's God telling you through them, it's time to walk away because they're not changing. We have happy family. So for some of you guys, you're holding on to this because children are involved. For others of you, you're holding on to this because you feel like they were your, happily ever after. You're hoping they would be your happily ever after. Again, it's kind of like the scenario of, the wanting to, as an example, call in love or marriage. And you go into it like, I want to get married, and you're so fixated in getting married with this particular person. And then 5 years down the line, nothing happens. And you're almost like feeling like, oh, maybe it's not for me. No, baby, it's not that it's not for you. It's that they're not for you. That's the difference. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. All right. Final message here is 26. Secrets, hidden information. I feel like there is a lot. And for those of you guys that are dealing with someone that like you feel like they've been sneaky and they've done all kind of shit, like rest assured, there's a lot you don't know about. Like there's a lot of things that you don't know about. And it's not necessarily a good thing. It has more to do with their character and the type of person that they are. And they keep their emotions well hidden. And the reason for it is because it's almost like me breadcrumbing you. It's like me never telling you anything emotional, but when I treat you like shit, that's when I tell you, I love you so much. This is why you mean so much to me. Like, I need you. I can't live without you. And the reason why they're saying that is because they got caught or because they know they're in deep shit. And they use that as a form of breadcrumbing you, as a form of making you feel special in that moment in time that you rarely hear it, that it's easier for you to fall for that or to believe them or to hope or to think that something can change. Trash energy, Libra. No, no, no. All right. Let's go now to, I hope this gave you guys the messages that you needed to hear. Children are the hardest ones to walk away. I feel some couples stay together because that's the same reason. A woman should always have a plan B. See, that's the thing about it though. Like, I hear this all the time because I deal with clients on an everyday basis. And that's primarily the number one reason. I should say excuse, because here's the truth. And some of you guys may agree, some of you guys may not, but you guys already know. I say it the way it is. Oftentimes people use the excuse of I'm staying there because I don't want to break up the family or because I want the dad around my kid or I want the mom around my kid. But the truth of the matter is that through how they treat you, you're teaching your kids to repeat the same cycle. And if they grow up in an unloving way, or if they grow up in a way of knowing that there's violence, that there's cheating, that's what they're going to seek in their partners, because that's what you're teaching them. That's where that's where we, in essence, are conditioning them to believe. Because whatever kids at an early young age experience the dynamic of the parent, the mother, father, or mother, father, whatever the situation is, that's the energy, that's what they first recognize as what love is. Because that's how we condition them. So to them, if you are in an unloving relationship or a very abusive relationship, that's their first understanding of what love is. And guess what's going to happen? When they grow up, they're going to connect with the person that abuses them or that manipulates them or that is toxic to them, because they recognize that as this is what love is. I don't know if you guys ever dealt with like, when you're out on a date or you're, on a double date and you're dating or not dating, you're going on a double date and your friend is in a toxic relationship. And like the whole time it is so like so toxic. Like it's just like it feels very awkward. It feels very like just I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but it's almost like, when you go out on a double date, and I always encourage anyone that's recently or newly dating someone, always go on a double date with another couple because two things are going to happen. You're going to learn what you're okay with dealing with and what you're not. And you're also going to learn a little bit more about that person. Like if, like an example, if you're going out on a double date and your friend is toxic, for example, or their partner is toxic, they're going to look at you and be like scared, right? Like what the hell is going on? Or they're going to be like, whatever. And if they're like, whatever, that's a red flag. That means you need to get away from that because they're used to that. Okay, here we go. Who are we doing now? Scorpio. Okay, let's get into Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sorry if my voice is going out, you guys. It's been a very long day. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. New love. How do they see Scorpio? How do they see Scorpio? How do they see Scorpio? Okay, here we go. We have the Hermit. All right. So they are seeing you a little bit more like an introvert, Scorpio, which I find very interesting here. What dynamic is this? Let's see. How do they feel about Scorpio? How do they feel about Scorpio? Three of Wands. Okay. All right. So what I'm sensing is I feel like Scorpios, you guys have been going through this cycle of a lot of awakening. There is a lot of shakeup that's happening around you guys or in your life. For some of you guys, it's almost this feeling of isolation or isolating yourself. I feel like initially in the beginning of this connection, it was very intense. It was very passionate. Or the conversations were very exciting and playful. There was some type of shift in the dynamic, but I feel like it has a lot to do with you internalizing a lot of things that are going on in your life right now. And with this, I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact of almost kind of taking inventory of what's going on in your life or what you want in a partner. So they see you a bit like an introvert. I feel like they definitely know that you're not a shy person. They understand that. There is strength in the way you express yourself or the way you communicate, but they are also kind of like very disconnected to your true nature. And I feel like this has more to do with how you present yourself to them. So what I mean by that is I feel like you haven't fully opened up. And the reason why you haven't fully opened up is because there's a lot of things that are going on in your life that are currently affecting you. And in that affecting, emotionally affecting you, I feel like you are a little bit guarded in how you allow them to like look or see into your life. For a lot of you guys, it's kind of like you're keeping certain things hidden or secret. Could be family, could be friends. I feel it has more to do with like you not wanting them to know your business right now because there may be a bit of drama going on. All right, what are their future actions towards Scorpio? What are their future actions towards Scorpio? Let's see. What are their future actions towards Scorpio? We have the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, I definitely see them putting effort, Scorpio. I feel like there is almost this, I don't know if for some of you guys, it could have been that recently you had this deep conversation with them where they seen you a certain way and now they understand that there's like more depthness to you. There is like a mind that is very deep. And it's not just about fun and games. And I think that kind of like raised their respect for you. But I feel like you did it very on a subconscious level. Like you weren't trying to do that. I just feel, honestly, I feel heaviness of energy. So I feel like a lot of you guys are just dealing with a lot of things right now emotionally. Could be friends, could be family, could be loved ones. And I think that you taking on that energy, I feel like there's just something there that keeps them wanting to know more about you. And you're doing this, like I said, not purposely. I feel like you're doing it because in reality, it's just a lot that you're dealing with right now. All right, let's see what the Love Oracle cards have for you in regards to this connection. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You guys, we're almost done. We've made it. We've survived. For those of you guys that were with me on the struggle, we survived, you guys. All right, here we go. Fun times. Okay, so what they're showing me here is that things are going to progress for you, Scorpio. Again, I feel like if you feel that this connection has taken a more serious note, I think that the reason for that is because they've seen something in you that makes them understand like there's more to you than meets the eye. And they're very intrigued and they're very excited about it. And I think that for you, you're going to start to open up a little bit more. I'm seeing more like at the end or the middle to the end of August. I feel like things start to get more easy breezy for you in every other aspect of your life, where you become a much more spontaneous person, or you start to show your true nature, who you really are, playful, exciting. I don't know why I'm feeling like you guys are going through it, Scorpio. So, all right, what is the final message here for Scorpio? And we have 16. Alignment, wish fulfillment. This is, like I said, I do see potential in this. And I think that if you feel like you've shown them maybe a vulnerable side to you and you feel like the dynamic has changed, it has, but in a positive way, because they see you more as like they're more excited or intrigued to put more effort and get to know you better or get closer to you. They definitely are willing to put in the work. So pretty beautiful energy, you guys. All right, let's see what's going on with Scorpio and the old love. Can you guys hear me? Because the chat room's a bit quiet right now. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me so that I can continue. If you guys can let me know if you can hear me, I would appreciate that. Okay, Scorpio, old love. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Monica, yes. Thanks, babe. I just wanted to make sure. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. All right. So how do they feel about you? We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, Four of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. All right. So there is definitely a feeling of, it's almost like I fucked up. I missed an opportunity. How do I prove myself to them? How do I prove myself to Scorpio? How do I make them understand that I've learned from my mistakes? And with the Moon card, I feel like they were very conflicted. For some of you guys, this person from the past could have been that the relationship was affected, or the reason why it ended could have been because of the family dynamic. Because with the Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands, I feel like communication was coming in very quickly. Everyone had an opinion, or everyone was kind of like meddling in the relationship or putting their 2 cents in. And I think that's what ultimately affected the relationship on a grander scale. So I feel like when we're talking about how they feel about you, there is a desire to want to revisit the connection or want to mend fences with you because of how it happened. But with the Four of Wands here and Queen of Pentacles is giving me very strong, like, family was involved or family had a lot to do with the pulling away or the end of this connection. Why do they feel this way about Scorpio? Why do they feel this way about Scorpio? Why do they feel this way about Scorpio? Loud and clear. Awesome. Just making sure you guys. All right. Why do they feel this way? Yeah, Four of Swords. So definitely giving me vibes. A lot of people had a lot to say in this connection. I feel like for some of you guys, it could have been friends, if not family, that was very much involved. It's kind of like, as an example, it could have been like your partner never fully kind of pulled away from like listening or being like, what's the word? Almost like when their mother or father has a lot to say and they never grew out of the feeling of wanting to make them proud. So I feel like they had difficulty to stand their ground when it came to your relationship or when it came to fighting for the relationship. For others of you, it could have been that friends in their friend circle had a lot to say or a lot to do with the reason why there was a pulling away. I definitely am sensing like there was regret there, and that's the reason why they're wanting to come back around or wanting to open communication with you. Let's see, what are their future actions? What are their future actions towards Scorpio? Future actions towards Scorpio. We have the Justice card. So I don't see them actually coming towards you. I don't see them actually like having the courage to reach out. They will be reaching out, but I don't feel like it's going to be very soon. I feel like for some of you guys, you're looking at the end of August. For others of you, probably a little bit past August, but I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this connection was highly affected because of people around the relationship. It's almost like, you know, when you argue and fight with your partner and then you go to your friends and you tell them like, oh my God, this went down and this is what happened. And then they start to give you advice and it starts off like that. But then it gets to a point where it gets really bad in the fight and then people take sides, right? And they just dislike the partner because of the way they've built them up. But a lot of the time it has a lot to do with the buildup that you yourself kind of given or gave to your friends because you gave them a little bit too much of knowing. That's the energy I'm feeling here. And it's almost like someone's mother figure was very much involved in this. So for some of you guys, it could be that this person is actually regretting, actually experiencing like, guess what? Things are not better without me, without Scorpio. I miss them and I love them and maybe I fucked up. But I see them still debating whether they should reach out to you or not. But I don't see them taking very quick action towards that. Let's look at what your love oracle message is here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Love oracle message. Oh, we have childhood love. So for some of you guys, it could be an ex that you've known for a very long time. It could have been that you guys knew each other for a very long time, or it could have been what you would consider your first love. Sometimes, you know, our first love or the one person that we consider to have loved the most is, you know, I feel like it had a lot to do with other people getting too involved in your relationship. And I feel like in this aspect, it's almost like there is a feeling of understanding that they probably never had a connection like what they felt about you. And that could be the reason why there is regret, why there's a feeling of some type of remorse here, or why did I allow so many people to get involved, or why did I listen to their opinions? But with the Justice card, I feel like very heavily could be karma that they're experiencing. Saturn energy here. What I'm sensing here with the Queen of Pentacles. And we have number 10 there. So number 10 is all about, you know, understanding that there is pain, that there is almost a shock, something, there was some type of revelation for some of you guys that your or your ex-partner could have been dealing with. There's almost like this feeling of maybe finding out something that someone said that kind of triggered or spiraled the effect of the reason why they decided to pull away or end the relationship or give each other some space. But I feel like it was very methodical information. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, Scorpio. I feel like a lot of people that were around your partner didn't necessarily like you. For some of you guys, could be that you have a very strong opinions or very strong temper. Could have rubbed wrong or rubbed wrong the people that they were around or their loved ones. Perhaps, you know, a mother figure just didn't like the fact that you were not the type to keep quiet. Because that's definitely the energy I'm sensing here. So I don't see any movement or any progress in that aspect. Like I said, for some of you guys, communication may happen, but it's going to take a bit. All right, now let's go to, where were we? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, we're almost done, you guys. I'm exhausted. Okay, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what's going on with them. New love. How do they see Sagittarius? How do they see Sagittarius? New love. How do they see Sagittarius? New love. All right, we have the Four of Wands. Definitely worth pursuing. They see you very exciting. There is something that is really, that has them really like excited about this connection. For some of you guys, it could be your personality. For others of you, it could just be that you are a very passionate, very, even the way you express yourself, it could be very animated and they just like, they're in awe about that. Exciting energy here. How do they feel about Sagittarius? How do they feel about Sagittarius? Speak to me about their emotions. How do they feel about Sagittarius? How do they feel about Sagittarius? Okay, we have the Two of Wands, definitely looking towards the future, wanting to grow, wanting to expand, wanting to get to know you better or draw closer to you. What is their future actions towards Sagittarius? Future actions towards Sagittarius. We have the Page of Swords. So communication will continue. I do see things progressing. I see them being a little bit more cutthroat in their communication. And I feel the reason for it could be like, it's almost giving me Aries energy, like Aries vibes, where when they're interested in you, like, you know, off the bat, without a doubt, if an Aries is interested in you, you're always going to know where you stand with them because they go hard for the people that they're really interested in. So what this means to me is, you know, it's almost the energy of like not sugarcoating it anymore and just being very straightforward and letting you know exactly how they feel or, you know, what they feel about you. So I expect to get very like honest communication from them. What is the love oracle message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? A better me. Thanks for the message. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. All right, let's see. What is the oracle love message here? We have retreat. So time to walk away to find yourself. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're coming out, you're doing this connection, coming out perhaps of a long-term relationship. For some of you guys, it could be that there was a recent completely walking away from someone from your past and moving forward. For some of you guys, if you've experienced the walking away from a relationship, but you're currently not dealing with anyone, do not be surprised. I do see a person coming towards you. I see the opportunities of romance opening up for you, especially those of you guys that haven't had much excitement in your romantic life. There is definitely a reconnection to yourself. And in that reconnection, it is also bringing you love. So it's kind of like that message of self-love. The more you love yourself, the more the universe will echo back, bringing to you people that are, you know, healthier versions of yourself, or the partners that you've dealt with in the past, I should say. All right, final message here for Sagittarius. And we have 9. So romantic gestures. Again, for those of you guys that are currently single, your romance is definitely going to be picking up. There's going to be a few suitors for you to decide which one to give the opportunity. As you guys can see here, we see a lot of flowers, pink flowers, but we also see very light pink flowers there. So I feel like you're having options, or I feel like there is almost like a rebirth of your love life where things start to get exciting. If you are dealing with someone, expect romantic gestures. This could be roses, this could be flowers, this could be them giving you little gifts that speak more towards them thinking about you and actually being very much present in the active pursuit of your connection or relationship. All right, now let's go to old love for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Old love. How do they feel about Sagittarius? How do they feel about Sagittarius? Old love, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How do they feel about them? We have the 3 of Pentacles here. Interesting dynamic. I feel like it's almost a feeling of things didn't work out, but I feel like they're putting the blame on someone or something. It could have been a situation. It could have been circumstances behind it. I feel like there was almost a feeling of like someone tried to underhand them. Someone tried to, I see a third party type of scenario here, but not like cheating involved. I feel like it has more to do with other people putting their 2 cents in. For some of you guys, it could have been that, in fact, someone could have had a hand in this disconnection or the walking away from this connection. Let me get more clarity. Why do they feel this way about Sagittarius? Why do they feel this way about Sagittarius? Why do they feel this way about Sagittarius? Okay, here we go. 6 of Cups. So could have been friends. Could have been that they feel like they were being attacked in the sense of like being judged or criticized. Perhaps they felt like they were like your friends or people around you were speaking about them behind their back. For others of you, it could just indicate that, in fact, it was other people around them that were expressing or telling you a little bit more than they should have. And they're aware that something happened or that communication came through in a negative way. And I feel like for some, it has a lot to do with friends or the friend dynamic. What I'm sensing for some of you guys, though, and this is, it may not resonate with everyone, it could be a specific message for someone. I feel like there was a friend or someone that was considered close to them that could have tried to get at you, could have tried to flirt with you, could have tried to almost like, I don't know what the word is. It's almost a feeling like someone got involved between you and them. That's how they're viewing the situation. Whether it's true or not, I feel like it has a lot to do with them feeling like someone didn't paint them in the right light, or they tried to get at you is what I'm sensing. And they found out about it. And they feel a bit in their feelings about it because it's someone that they're aware of or that they know. Like I said, this may not resonate with everyone, but that's what's coming through for some. I dated a Sagittarius and my mom ripped my ex off. She destroyed our relationship. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Yeah, there was definitely someone getting involved in between this connection. Let me see. What are their future actions towards Sagittarius? What are their future actions towards Sagittarius? What are their future actions towards Sagittarius? I'm getting like heavy third party energy, but it's not third party in the sense of like cheating. I feel like it has more to do with like other people getting involved. And I feel like it's people that were either close to you or close to them, that got involved and created this type of discord or separation between you guys. Their future actions is the Five of Wands. So they're still fighting their pride or their ego. I feel like there is not going to be much communication. I feel like they are blocked. It could be that you physically blocked them, whether it's on your phone or social media, or it could have been that they blocked you. I see them very much in their, like in their feelings about it, about the situation. But I feel like they're very combative or defensive, and I don't see them taking any type of action towards you anytime soon, Sagittarius. What is the love oracle message here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Let's see, we have a card that flew out, and this is divine protection. So honestly, I'm getting heavy, heavy energy. Like someone tried to, for some of you guys, it could have been like someone tried to cock block them. So it could have been a friend of theirs, or it could have been, you know, for others of you, it's going to resonate different. For others of you, it could have been that someone tried to get in between this connection with malice intent. I feel like they were just being selfish in what they wanted. And they were okay with, you know, destroying some type of connection or obviously relationship. But divine protection speaks to me about understanding and knowing that if things didn't unfold the way you thought they would, Sagittarius, it's okay. Because at the end of the day, what is for you is always going to be for you, and it's never going to pass you by. And if they were, in fact, meant to be in your life, they would or will fight for you or will come back and try to work it out, try to figure it out. And if they don't, it just means that they weren't for you. Because like I said, what's meant for you can never pass you by. So my advice, and I know that sometimes it's easier said than done, but my advice would be to completely surrender to what's going on right now, whatever the situation is. Like, don't resist it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to hold on. Don't try to, just go about working on yourself and work or put effort in yourself and what's going on in your life. Be more present in your everyday life, and you'll start to see things move in a direction where, because there's no doubt or there's no resistance there, therefore you remove the resistance, things will flow organically and things will fall into place the way they're meant to. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's see. He's still angry about that, but we still talk. He's my best friend, but we will never date again. Well, my lovely, I will tell you something that I've learned throughout life. Never say never. All right, here we go. Here we go. Thank you, Monica. Thanks, babe. All right, so we have number 8, you guys. It's, you know, this is speaking about endings. This is talking about sorrow, suffering. I feel like there was suffering on both sides with you and the partner as well. But it's like I said, I feel like what's meant to be for you is not going to pass you by. Give it time. Like I said, work on yourself. Put energy on what's going on in your life and be more present in your life so that you can let the energies flow organically and things fall into place. All right, my lovelies. All right, now let's go to Capricorn. Almost there, you guys. For those of you guys staying up late, thank you guys so very much. I appreciate. For those of you guys that are still here, that when we first started, I appreciate you guys even more. It was a struggle, but we're almost done, you guys. Okay, here we go. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's speak about or look into new love. How do they see Capricorn? How do they see Capricorn? How do they see Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? How do they see Capricorn? How do they see Capricorn? Here we go. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. The Star card. Oof, oof. What's going on there, Capricorn? So this is definitely someone that is seeing you as a wish fulfillment, perhaps looking into almost like alignment or destiny even, taking the course of time. For some of you guys, this is almost like an indication of them really like, I don't know, it could be that they're going through something in their life where they feel like, oh, this is not coincidence. It has to be like the universe. It has to be a sign. It has to be, it's like a wish fulfillment that they're seeing. But I feel that it has a lot to do with it resonating more strongly because of what they're going through in their life right now. Let's see. How do they feel about Capricorn? How do they feel about Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How do they feel about Capricorn? Let's see. How do they feel about Capricorn? And honestly, the Star card in the position of how they see you is like they see no one else but you. All right. Queen of Wands is how they feel about you. So they're definitely interested. They're definitely very passionate. Could be physical attraction is very strong here. They also see you as a person of substance. This is almost like the collective energy of a person that is touched in a very like divinity. It's almost an energy of that of someone that knows themselves really well or that they highly admire because there is major respect as well as, like I said, almost like they see you as wish fulfillment. Beautiful energy here, especially for new love. It's very interesting. What are their future actions towards Capricorn? Future actions towards Capricorn. Future actions towards Capricorn. There we go. All right, future actions towards Capricorn. Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is indicating to me brutal honesty. I feel like the communication is going to continuously keep happening. I feel that it's going to continue to pick up a little bit stronger. There is almost this constant, and I feel like it has more to do with the fear of like them letting this pass them by. Like they don't want to mess up or they don't want to make a wrong move or a wrong step with you. So I feel like they're going to be more like aggressively chasing after you or wanting, like making it obvious that they're interested in you. But it has a lot to do with, again, like I said, the fear of like not letting you pass them by or even you entertaining other options. And for some of you guys, I feel like they're definitely watching you on social media. Take my hand is definitely an energy of like, they're going to put the effort. They're definitely interested. They're wanting to, you know what I'm hearing, you guys? I'm hearing like they want to know everything about you. And as a Capricorn myself, that's kind of freaky. But it's giving me the vibes of like, I want to know everything about you. I want to know your past. I want to know your present. I want to know what's going on. What are your, future goals, that type of thing. And they're very excited about getting to know you. So beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay. What is the final message here for Capricorn? You love. We have number 34. So this is talking to me about, I feel like for some of you guys, when you started dealing with this person, I feel like you're going to start to notice that your goals and your aspirations start to become stronger. There's almost this alignment that's happening where I feel like both of you guys can potentially motivate each other to bring out the best in each other. And it's not in a forceful aspect. I feel like it's just that kind of happens when it's synchronicity and you're both on the same page. Inspiration is something that happens. We are co-creators. And when you feel like your creativity, or like I said, whatever other endeavors you're wanting to get into, or you're wanting to be more inspired, basically, is because they're feeding that energy, right? That positive energy that creates more creativity within yourself. And it's a mirror effect. And that's definitely the energy that I'm sensing. My mom is a Capricorn, but she's crazy. Maybe she's a fluke. Oh, Jesus. Well, you need to understand that their sun sign doesn't necessarily make them their whole sign, sweetheart. We are all imprinted in a very different way, and it has everything to do with your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, as well as depending where your planet alignments are, meaning where you have your Mars placed or your Pluto placed or in what house. So all of that is, like I said, an imprint of you and who you are as a person. So just because, as an example, just because you've dated a Scorpio in the past and they were, extremely bad to you, doesn't mean that all Scorpios are going to be that way. Why? Because obviously we are individuals and everyone is different, but also because your sun sign doesn't make you whole. It is only a part of who you are. It has a lot to do with what your other planet placements are, as well as what your other signs are, which is the major four, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So to answer your question, I'm a Capricorn. I'm crazy, but I think I'm more of the good crazy. All right, my lovelies. So let's go now to Capricorn. Old love. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, because, everyone's different, and it has a lot to do with, a lot of people run off of, oh, that's their sun sign, I would never date them. Don't be quick to judge, because it has a lot to do with, all their placements, their chart, their natal chart. That's their imprint. When they were born, that's how the sky was arranged. And it's going to have a lot to do, with, like I said, their planets, as well as their houses and their big four. All right, let's see. Capricorn. Let's look into their old love. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you, Capricorn? Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Here we go. 10 of Cups. Missed opportunity. They see you as the one that got away. They see you as the person that perhaps really understood them, which I find odd, right? Because if you feel understood and loved, then you should nurture and take care of that plant, right? That's you air. But they're definitely seeing it as a missed opportunity here in this situation. Let's see. Why do they feel that way? Why do they feel that way about Capricorn? Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Why do they feel that way about Capricorn? Three of Swords. There could have been cheating involved. There could have been betrayal. They're definitely regretting how they treated you, or I should say how they mistreated you. There is almost a feeling of, like I said, like no one understood me better than Capricorn. No one did right by me other than Capricorn. So there is some type of feeling here of remorse, some type of regret. But what's standing out to me here in this heart right here is the string. And the string that goes down is binded to the woman, as you guys can see here. And what's standing out to me a lot is that red string that is holding her down. So it's almost like you may still be dealing with this person, Capricorn, or you may still be involved with them, or somehow they still have some type of emotional control over you. And I don't necessarily find that in the positive way. I feel like it does more negative than positive in your life. Because the moment you're able to release yourself from those strings, right? I'm not sure what other sign we were talking about, like cutting cords. This could be something potentially that you're needing or that you should do, because I feel like that cord that you're still holding on to is a cord that has created a lot of hurt, a lot of pain in your life, and I feel like it's still present, or it's still constant. And by releasing yourself from that cord, you're able to free yourself from the mental slavery of feeling like you can't move on, or like you can't forgive them, or like, because even holding on to anger and animosity towards someone is still linking you to them. So for some of you guys, you're holding on to a lot of hurt, a lot of pain. What are their future actions towards Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What are their future actions towards Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? We have the Queen of Swords. Sorry, Queen of Wands. So I definitely do see communication opening up. Again, if you are dealing with someone from your past, Capricorn, and they're still constant in your life, or if there was some type of recent breakup or separation or pulling away, I see them coming back around, and I see them, trying to keep their position in your life. And I feel like that's something that they feel is constant, or they feel like you would never really release yourself from them. Because of this cord that I'm talking about that is standing out a lot to me. It's almost like them literally pulling on your heartstrings, or literally playing with your heart. And with the Queen of Wands, it's like they are not learning their lessons. They're continuously wanting to be constant, or like still be significant in your life. It's kind of like that situation of, you're done with an ex and they pull away, and then once you start dating, or once you start moving on, they decide to pop up or message you or reach out to you and tell you, I love you, I've thought about you, I've missed you. It's not that they mean it. It has more to do with the fact that they want to know if they still have power and control over you in your life. So cut the cord with that shit. All right, let's see. What is the love oracle message here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, past love? What is the love oracle message here for Capricorn, past love? And I'm going to be honest, you guys, if you feel like this person still keeps coming back around, and you're like wondering or questioning, like, are they playing with me? Are they toying with my emotions? Or are they being serious? If you're questioning that and you're watching this video, like, take it as take it as your answer. Take it as like, yes, it's time to cut the cord. It's time to move on, or it's time to pull away from this, because they are doing exactly that, exactly what you've been feeling. And we have gate is open. Take a leap of faith, walk through. So for some of you guys, it's holding on to the past because there is fear of letting go, fear that they will change, fear that maybe this time they get it right, fear of the unknown, or maybe you're just scared of being alone, or maybe you're just scared because they feel comfortable to you because you've known each other for so long. What they're telling you here is take a leap of faith. It's time for you to like detach. It's time for you to walk through towards your future, towards something new, towards newness, towards giving yourself the opportunity to be happy. And your final message here is number 12. Sorrow, hurt, pain. It's time to let that go, Capricorn. You're going into a new cycle in your life. Major cycle. There is a lot of transformation that's happening for Capricorns. Saturn will be going direct, and it's going to be effective next year. So, like, get it right. It's time to cut people out of your life that are no longer consistent, or no longer serving you, or no longer giving anything but problems. It's time to cut that cord and walk away from that. All right. All right. Now let's go to Aquarius. All right. Aquarius. Here we go. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Y'all, give me a second. Let me take a drink from my Starbucks. This shit is... My ice melted. We've been doing these readings for like 2 hours or 3 hours probably. And let me tell you guys, it was a challenge. All right. Here we go. What is this? Oh, that's you. Absolutely, man. Listen, if you've been putting up with a lot, and they haven't given you a true strong reason to keep holding on, then it's time to cut them out. You have the right to be happy, babe. Everyone has the right to be happy. And trust me when I tell you guys, sometimes people be so stuck in holding on to someone from the past and continuously feeling like, oh, maybe I'm going to get it right, and it just doesn't happen. And the moment they break up and the moment they decide, like, I'm done, finito, it's it, adios, things start to open up for them. I kid you guys not. I've had clients that have been putting up with fuckery for like 10 years. And the moment they tell me, Pinky, I'm done. This is it. I am like completely going to be devoted to myself. The moment they do that switch, the moment that they decide like I am worthy of working on myself and loving myself that unconditionally, boom, like nothing, like things change for them and they meet the person they're supposed to be with. And then a year later, they message me or they send me an invitation to their wedding. Life is not meant to be that complicated, you guys. And if you feel that in your whole relationship, it's always felt like it's been like a going up a hill, constant struggle, then you're holding on to someone that doesn't want to be held. That's what it comes down to. All right, let's get it. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, new love. How do they see Aquarius? How do they see Aquarius? Here we go. Oh. Love your Snapchat, Pinky. You're asking for my Snapchat, babe? Or you're saying you love my Snapchat? I'm confused. By the way, you guys, if you guys follow me on Instagram or any of my social media platforms, double check that you're following the correct one, because I have tons of people pretending to be me. And I keep reminding people, but for some reason they just forget. So you guys don't give people the advantage of, taking, or don't give people the opportunity of taking advantage of you, because I cannot tell you guys how many times people have told me, they were waiting for a reading and they never got it, and it's not even my email. Tons of fakes out there. So anyways, okay, Aquarius, how do they see you? How do they see Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Here we go. Seven of Wands. They see you guarded. They see you a little bit in Aquarius. For some of you guys, I feel like the person you're dealing with sees you a bit intimidating. Like you're not easily to be manipulated, but I feel like it's not manipulative in a bad way. I feel like more like you're not someone to be fucked with. That's funny. Okay, let's see. How do they feel about Aquarius? Give me their emotions. How do they feel about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? How do they feel about Aquarius? All right, Aquarius, before I pull out your card, in regards to how they feel about you. A message that just came through right now, and I got chills. So I feel like I need to tell you is I would highly advise you guys to carry some type of protective jewelry on yourself. Whether is a protective, like your stone, your birthstone, or whatever it is that, you know, whatever your religion or practice is, or a consecrated bracelet or necklace, something to keep you protected. And the reason I say that is because I feel like the person that you may be dealing with may be very much into spirituality. Perhaps for some of you guys, this could be someone that practices or someone that knows a bit about spirituality and mysticism or esoteric. Because what stand out very much for me right now was the crystal ball that the girl is around, or in, I should say. And I feel like they're looking into you, or perhaps maybe even reading their cards, wanting to see exactly a little bit more about you. So take it for what it is. If you feel like this person is spiritual, or you feel like maybe you're even aware of it, I would just carry like a birthstone or some type of onyx stone to protect yourself from people like wanting to see into you or what's going on in your life, especially if you're dealing with other people. Or moonstone. Moonstone is always amazing to carry on yourself when you don't want people looking at your shit, because it will reflect back to them. Moonstone is highly used in the practice to keep you hidden, or to keep you hidden, especially when you do spell work, or when you go to, you know, people to get their tarot cards read and stuff like that. When you wear moonstones on you, it keeps you hidden, and it distorts the images or information that comes through. So for those of you guys that didn't know, now you know. Alrighty. How do they feel about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? There we go. It goes for, let's see, yes, babe, be careful. Pinky will never request you or offer to give a reading. Yes, that is true. What Monica's telling you guys, I would never message you guys on Instagram telling you grind rising or some bullshit like that. Or tell you, you know, Spirit gave me a message. Like, that's just fuckery. We don't work that way, you guys. You need to understand that we are also a vessel of communication, and communicating or channeling takes a lot of our energy. Could you imagine if I sat there and went through everyone's Instagram? Like, no, I would never message you guys and tell you guys I got a message from Spirit about you guys. So whenever you guys get those kind of messages, just report those accounts, because it's bullshit, basically. And I wish I had the time, right, to message everyone. I'm usually always in a rush or doing something. So yeah. All right, here we go. How do they feel about Aquarius? Okay. How do they feel about Aquarius? 8 of Cups. They feel like you walked away from this connection, Aquarius, or they feel like you're perhaps not that invested in this connection. It's almost giving me an energy like they see you extremely guarded, or they see you like a bit intimidating. And I feel like they're very used to what's easy. And I hope that doesn't come off negative, but it is what it is. It's giving me the energy of a person that is used to getting what they want. You were difficult to read, or they had to put in effort, and I feel like they're willing to walk away from this connection only because they feel like you're not interested or you intimidate them. For some of you guys, it could have been that they themselves were looking for something serious and you weren't. Maybe you're very vocal about it. It could be vice versa, but I'm getting more of the energy of like being intimidated because they know you're not the one to mess with, or you're not the one to play games with. And they're not even going to waste your time. What is their future actions towards Aquarius? What is their future actions towards Aquarius? Honestly, you guys, this is giving me like, I don't know, it's giving me like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a weak ass person, you know, someone that because you're intimidating, because they've never dealt with someone like you, or maybe someone that is transparent, or maybe someone that knows exactly what they want. I feel like it's easier for them to walk away. But the reason why they're walking away is more to do with like they feel it's like a fuck energy, right? A fuck girl or fuck boy energy. It's almost like, okay, I'm gonna walk away or I'm gonna ignore Aquarius so that he can chase or she can chase me, so that she can, miss me or give me, the energy and the effort and the attention that I want because I'm so used to that. That's the type of vibe I'm getting because their future actions is to maintain communication with you, but yet they were willing to walk away. So I feel like this is pretense. This is like, let me pretend I'm ignore them. I'm going to ignore Aquarius and not communicate with them for like a day or 2 days. And then I'm going to wait for them to be the ones to reach out to me. But I feel like this has more to do with mind games, you guys. So I would highly encourage you to walk away from this connection or beat them at their own game, if you're going to ignore them, completely ignore them and don't answer until they're the ones to reach out. I mean, it's a two-way street, babies. You can always play their game and win at their own game. So just saying. All right, what is the love message here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this connection? What is the message? My Grand Rising. I swear, I don't know, like people be sending me screenshots of like the messages they send, and it's just like, what the hell? I definitely don't talk like that. All right, we have divine protection. Take the message for what it is, Aquarius. If you're dealing with someone that is giving you hot and cold energy and you're wondering like, are they playing games or like, are they really like, I don't know if they're interested in me, because sometimes they're like all in and they're present, but then they pull away. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you they're playing mind games. They're trying to draw you in by giving you the cold shoulder, by making you chase them, by making themselves very accessible to you and then going back to ignoring you, because that's how you manipulate people. Take this message for what it is. Divine protection is Spirit telling you, we are present. If things are not taking flight, it's because it's not meant. Stop forcing it. All right. And your final message here is 35. We go back to that anchor energy. Putting a lot of work or over performance is forcing things. And if you need to force them, then it's time to walk away from that. All right, my lovelies. All right. And finally, we're going to go to old love. Let's see what's going on in the old love. I thought we were going to go to Pisces, but I haven't done their old love. All right, Aquarius, old love. Let's see what's going on. For some of you guys, you're probably here for the old love, right? All right, here we go. Oh, you have what? You have my snap already. Trust me, I know it's you. Awesome. Alrighty. By the way, I'm a little slow on my Snapchat lately, but I'll be a little more active on there. All right. So how do they feel about you here? Old love, Two of Pentacles. They are unstable in their emotions. You could have been dealing with a person that was two-timing, or dealing with other people, or had multiple choices. Let's see. Why do they feel that way? Why do they feel that way about Aquarius? Why do they feel that way about Aquarius? Queen of Wands. Oh, I see. This is almost giving me the same energy of the new love, where they see you like a hot commodity, Aquarius, or there is something about you that stands out a lot. And it almost puts you in a very distinctive type of energy where they feel like they could potentially be intimidated, because either you come off as like knowing exactly what it is that you want, not being like apologetic about it, like just being your true authentic self. And I feel that they seen you in this aspect of like perhaps very attractive, perhaps like it was very easy for you to turn heads. So based on their insecurities about themselves, I feel like that's the reason why they entertained other options, other connections. Could be potentially a person that is just very, a person that is very much not like non-committal, or someone that promises they're looking for something long term, like kind of like when you go on a first date, right? And they tell you, oh, what are you looking for? And you tell them, oh, well, I'm looking for like a relationship. And they're quick to tell you, well, yeah, I'm kind of looking, I'm looking for a relationship too, but whatever happens. Like what they're telling you there is they're just saying what you want to hear. And that's the type of vibe that I'm getting. Like they're willing to tell you whatever it is that they need to tell you in order to come back into your life, or in order to continue toying with your emotions, Aquarius. Let's see. And we have the Ace of Cups. So I definitely do see them reaching out. I do see them wanting to continue communicating with you, Aquarius. But I'm going to be honest, I feel like for a lot of you guys, if this is someone that you genuinely cared and you genuinely loved, I feel that they have a tendency of working or playing off of your emotions. It's giving me almost the energy of like those exes that text you and that you haven't heard from them in a while. And they're telling like, how are you? How you been? What's going on in your life? What are you doing? And it's not that they really give a shit. It's just that they want to know how life is going for you. Like, were you able to move on from them? And if you were able to move on from them, then maybe you shouldn't be responding to them. That's the type of energy that I'm sensing. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're dealing with a person that has a tendency of being an emotional manipulator, or a person that could be a bit narcissistic. It's almost like they want to one-up you all the time. It's like, oh, I'm on vacation. Oh, yeah, I'm going on vacation, next week. And they may be talking out of their ass, but it's that type of energy. It's almost like trying to prove themselves better than you, which is odd to me when we're talking about relationships and past relationships especially. But there is an inferiority complex here. There's something that they are very insecure about, that they have the need or feel like they have to prove themselves, or like they have to prove that they're better than you, or that they're doing better than you. All right, and we have social media, stalker vibes. This is a person that may be looking at you through social media, looking at your platforms, stalking you through fake accounts. Let's see what the final message is here. Final message here. All right, here we go. And we have number 22. So this is about decisions. This is about being at crossroads and having to make a choice or a decision. My advice is, if you are connecting with this message, Aquarius, slam the door shut on that person from your past and never open it again. This is a person that, like I said, has a tendency of being an emotional manipulator. And I feel like they play off of your emotions. It's time to completely cut the cord there and not allow them to feel so comfortable reaching out or trying to connect with you, even after, for some of you guys, months or maybe even years from hearing from them. Second here, you guys. All right. All right, and finally we are here with Pisces. All right, this is going to be our last reading, you guys. Don't forget to like. Thank you guys for being here. Here we go. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, new love. How do they see Pisces? How do they see Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Here we go. Four of Wands. They're definitely interested, wanting to get to know you a little bit better. They want to see more of your playful side, Pisces. See, how do they feel about Pisces? How do they feel about Pisces? Last sign, Pisces. Absolutely. Pisces. Here we go. How do they feel about Pisces? Give me their emotions. There we go. We have the Seven of Wands. So they're a little bit guarded, Pisces, a little bit, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing that they are definitely feeling you. They're definitely interested in you. However, I feel like they have a tendency of overdoing or overgiving, or perhaps they are overly emotional, that I feel like they're being more cautious this time. It's like in the past they've known or they've understood that that was a turnoff to their previous partners, something about being like overly open, that I see them a little bit more guarded this time, but I don't see it guarded in a negative way. I feel like it has more to do with like not being so brutally honest, because it's put them in a position of being taken for granted in the past. What are their future actions towards Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Future actions towards Pisces. Future actions towards Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have the Three of Cups. So I definitely see them being more like open to being more social with you. For some of you guys, there could be like almost elevation of this connection where they start to introduce you or bring you around their friends or family members. For others of you, this could be you, Pisces, that you start to take a more active role in bringing them around your friends or your social circle. And I think that it's progressively to get, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Getting to a place of like a more seriousness or a more committal type of connection here. Let's see. What is the love oracle message here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this new love? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, new love. There we go. Take care, sweetheart. Have a blessed night. All right, here we go. We have childhood love. So I definitely do feel like for some of you guys, this is something that has started or progressively started very slow. If you have been dealing with someone that's been a little bit kind of reserved or not bringing you around their friends, like for example, you've been dating them or seeing them for like the past 4 months and they haven't really introduced you to their friends and family members. Maybe it's because in the past they've done that and it hasn't worked out. And then they're left feeling like embarrassed or feeling like they were clearly taking the partner more serious than the partner was taking them. So I feel like they're being more cautious this time. But I definitely see that if it's been progressively growing or the connection has started a bit slow, it's going to continuously keep getting more momentum. And I feel like it's getting to the point of them bringing you around their friends or bringing you around their family, even to celebrations, to social events. And I feel that this is their way of letting you know that they're taking it or getting ready to take it to the next level. What is the final message here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for this new connection, this new love? We have number 14. So this is talking to me about, again, that of them being more cautious. I feel like in the past this is a person that's been a bit beat up, I'm going to be honest. They've been through a lot. They've been emotionally taken advantage of. I think their good nature or their loving nature has made them a target for those people that are very selfish. And I think that's the reason why they're being very cautious, because they feel like it's almost like they feel like they have to protect themselves, because they don't know if you're being honest with them or if you're being honest and transparent. But I feel like it has more to do with their fears from past experiences. So my advice would be, again, if it's been something that's been like slowly progressing, take it as a good sign, because it means that it's not going to burn out that quickly. And for those of you guys that, you know, are dealing with a situation where maybe you feel a little bit like stressed because it hasn't moved as quickly as you would want, it's getting there. Just be patient. They are going through, you know, they are working through their fears. All right. I always get the worst of the zodiac signs. I could just be sitting there and get yelled at. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. I mean, if you're just sitting there and just randomly getting yelled at, maybe it's, you know, time you question the people you choose to keep around you, babe. I'm a crazy magnet. I attract the crazy. Oh, same here, girl. Same here, but not necessarily in a negative aspect. That's funny. Maybe I should clarify, right? I am a crazy magnet for, yeah, we'll just keep it like that. I won't go deep into it. All right, let's go. Pisces. Let me put this back in here. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, old love. Old love. How do they feel about Pisces? Whoop. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles here. So they are definitely talking about wanting to put effort. I feel like this is a collaboration. So for some of you guys, it could be that you were introduced to them in the past through friends, or it could be that you guys still, though not maybe together, there could be what's the word I'm looking for? Like a close knit of friends that maybe are connected to you and connected to your past partner. For some of you guys, it could be that they themselves are getting information of you through friends or people that you surround yourself with, or people that know you and them. Let me see here. Why do they feel this way? Why do they feel this way? Why do they feel this way? Monica, why are you laughing? Because you knew exactly what I was going to say, huh? Oh, my goodness. All right. Why do they feel this way? Why do they feel this way? All right. Page of Pentacles. So what I'm sensing is, for some of you guys, when we're talking about past relationships, it has a lot to do with the fact that they are, it's kind of like the energy of like, I'm going to ask, you know, what's going on with Pisces. I want to know if they've moved on. I want to know if they're dating, but yet they don't have it in them to like just pick up the phone and reach out to you. It's almost like they don't want you to know that they're asking or thinking or wanting to know about you, but they're still asking. You get what I'm saying? Like they're still wanting to know about your business, even though they make it seem like they're standoffish or like they've given up or like they're not putting effort or not willing to put effort. However, I do see that they're willing to put effort. So it's like they want you to make it easy for them, basically, is what I'm sensing here. Monica, yeah. Mejor me callo. It's they want you to make it easy for them, but it's like, let me see. What is their future actions towards Pisces? Future actions towards Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Old love. What is their future actions towards Pisces? Here we go. Ace of Swords. So they're definitely going to be communicating. They're going to be reaching out to you, Pisces. But my advice to you is, as an example, if you hear some type of communication or a message comes through for you, sometime by the end of this month, where a friend or someone you know is telling you like, oh yeah, they've been asking about you, they've been thinking about you, like don't be the one to reach out to them, Pisces, because I feel like if you do, the ball is going to be in their court. And I feel like they are already thinking of wanting to reach out. They're already thinking of wanting to come back around and trying to, you know, communicate, open communication. But I feel that they have to do, like they have to put in that work. Page of Pentacles here is like, it's been long in the making for some of you guys. You've been waiting to hear from the ex or from the person from the past for a while. And what they're telling me is like, it's taken them this long. Don't get weakened by a message or communication, letting you know that, you know, they are thinking or asking about you, because I feel like the moment you reach out, you're basically putting the ball in their court, letting them know that you're open to reconnecting. And I want them to, I want them to really put the effort in trying to come back into your life with purpose, Pisces. And I just pulled out the past returns. So I definitely do see them coming back around. Like I said, my advice, don't run off of excitement trying to, whatever message comes through for you, let them like earn that fucking spot. Like, don't just, be quick to jump into being the one to reach out. Like, let them put in the work and prove to you more than anything through actions, what they want. And if you guys both want the same thing, then obviously no one's going to tell you what to do, right? You're going to do what you want to do, Pisces. But my advice is, again, make them work for it, babe. Don't be quick to make it easy for them. Your final message here is 27. So definitely confirmation message coming through, a love message, love letter, indicative of reaching out, communication, opening up, or them physically, verbally calling you. But again, like I said, don't be the one to reach out, especially you guys, those of you guys that are going to go out in a social setting or with friends or something like that, and there's going to be drinks involved. Keep your phone away from you, because I feel like for some of you guys, you may be very tempted. And I feel like in that temptation, it has a lot to do with like your defenses being down. And it could be potentially like, one of those nights where you're having a little too much fun and then you start thinking of the ex and you pick up the phone and regret it later on. Like, make them earn it is what I'm saying. All right, my lovelies. All right, so for those of you guys that have been with us since we started, thank you guys so much. It was a freaking mission, you guys, but we made it to the very end. And I want you guys to know that we kept coming back because, of course, I can't leave you guys hanging. You guys are so awesome, and you guys know how much I care and love you guys. So thank you guys for being in this live. Like, share, and comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you guys. Good night, and we'll see each other soon. You guys have a blessed night. All right, team. Good night, babe. Thank you so much for the updates. Thank you so much for, I'll message you. You guys have a blessed evening. Get some sleep. It's 2 a.m. over here on my side, on me and Monica's side. I will see you guys soon. Have a blessed night.